Hi, this is Walt Mossberg from the Wall Street Journal, and this week I want to talk to those of you who need a new laptop but can't wait till October when Windows 8 will come out and with it a bunch of new laptop models. You're going back to school and you need a laptop, or your current machine is just really failing and you've got to go buy something now. Well, the good news is that the PC makers haven't stopped bringing out new machines just because Windows 8 is not yet here. For instance, Apple has just refreshed its whole line of Mac laptops and brought out its own new operating system. But while those are very good machines and well worth considering, there are a lot of people who would prefer a Windows machine or who are looking for something that's a price less than Apple's typical kind of premium pricing. And so this week I took a look at two new Windows laptops in two different ends of the market. One is a high-priced, high-end kind of laptop, and one is more of a middle-of-the-road priced machine with a different market in mind. The first one is the Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon. Now, like all ThinkPads, this is a kind of a premier machine, and it carries a hefty price tag, $13.99 to start, and it performed very well for me in my tests. The key thing about this machine is that Lenovo has managed to squeeze a 14-inch screen into the overall dimensions and weight and thickness that you would typically expect of a 13-inch machine. It also has redesigned its famously good keyboards to be even better, more key separation, has a bigger touchpad, and like the HP, it also is upgradable to Windows 8 when the time comes. My biggest problem with the ThinkPad was that it didn't have very great battery life. Lenovo claims it can get up to 6.3 hours, but in my harsh battery test, where I turn off all the power-saving features and crank up the screen and play music continuously and collect email in the background, it got about 4 hours, which means maybe you can get 5 hours in normal use. The HP costs only $5.99. It's called a Sleekbook. It's the HP NV6 Sleekbook. That's kind of like an Ultrabook, which has become the name for thin and light machines, but that's an Intel-based term, and this particular HP runs on an AMD processor, so they call it a Sleekbook. $5.99 is a good price for somebody like a returning student or anybody on a budget, and I found this machine could handle most tasks pretty well, but you've got to bear a few things in mind. It's a bigger machine than not only the ThinkPad I tested, but a lot of the other really portable laptops that are around. Instead of weighing around 3 pounds, this weighs around 4.5. It has a 15.6-inch screen, but actually a lower resolution than the ThinkPad, so it actually shows less material without scrolling, even though the screen is bigger. I also thought it was a little sluggish, but it does have some advantages. It has some ports the ThinkPad doesn't have, and it has, instead of a solid-state drive, which has limited capacity, it has a 500 gigabyte hard disk, which should give a user plenty of capacity. And it beat Lenovo on my battery test. It did 4 hours and 40 minutes, way short of the 9 hours that HP claims as a maximum, but I think you might be able to squeeze 6 hours out of this in normal conditions. So two different kinds of Windows laptops that you can buy right now, or actually the ThinkPad on August 21st, but well before the Windows 8 time frame if you need one. This is Walt Mossberg, and I'll see you next week.